And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I'm your host Ray. With me as always, we have Fada.
Job hunting is fucking cancer.
We got Dion.
He's still muted.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff he just said.
My bad. Making popcorn.
And we got Tony.
Hey, still on my little military overs doing COVID-19, making that money.
Gentlemen, how we doing today?
I got
Man, I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not
what I could say? Go Washington football team.
I was just about to ask you, what do you hail to? What do you hail to? Can't hail to the Redskins no more, so what do you hail to?
Washington football team.
But by the way, until the Cowboys start winning, I'm boycotting football again. I'm sick of it.
Hey,
Why don't you just
every year.
boycott the team, Ray?
You do that every year.
I
like
think it's time for you to pack it up.
I just can't. It's too much into this relationship.
You know what you sound like? You sound like the black community in the Democratic Party. Let it go.
dog.
Where else supposed to go to the other plantation? To the Washington football team?
Yeah,
No.
I've been hating on that. I've been hating on that forever. I can't.
Ain't no one saying you have to go there.
I don't know where else to go. It's like, I'm like a black dude that just got out of slavery. I don't know where to go. Where am I supposed to be?
You know what?
Anyway, let's get started. They've been showing the showcases for both Xbox and PS3. I mean PS5. Excuse
I'm
me.
about to say.
Right.
Imagine like showing all the PS3 games you done had, and I like that. Anyway, Xbox and the PlayStation both have their showcases done, and somewhat of the Switch, but this is mostly about PS5 and Xbox. And they don't show their prices for the new generations and when they're going to release. Gentlemen, how do you feel about both systems, and what do you think about the prices? Are they fair? And what games do you like seeing that's came out of there?
I didn't see the actual showcase, but I've seen the prices posted for them. And I'm gonna wait till they drop that.
All I'm gonna say is Final Fantasy 16. Now you know I'm a Final Fantasy monster. That is like one of my favorite game series of all time. So when I saw that trailer, I was genuinely happy. Now, the PS5 showcase was actually very, very, very impressive. They got straight to the point and they just showed the games. I mean, there was a little talking here and there, whatever, but that's fine. That's cool. You know, it's the developers trying to sell their product. I love that. What I used to hate was how they would have like a fucking round table of uninteresting ass developers talking about the game with some subpar fucking gameplay of a game that's not even close to being done yet. And we all over here just supposed to be like, oh my god, this is a good game. I can't wait to play it. That shit was so boring. But this showcase, they got straight to the point. The games actually look good. The game I liked the most was Deathloop. That was a really good trailer. I like the concept of that game. Of course, Final Fantasy, as I mentioned before. Resident Evil 8 is looking really good. That game is actually looking really, really good. And the rest of the games that they showed were games that we've seen from like previous showcases and shit like that. So there wasn't anything too like great to hype about. The Demon Souls game was looking pretty good too. Like, I don't know, it was just a good ass showcase. Like, I don't really have any issues with it. I didn't see the Xbox one, so I can't speak on that. But I will say the prices for both of them are pretty fair. They're both 500. that's a good price for gaming console of that much power and that much support. So I think it's pretty good so far. Only thing is that COVID is kind of messing up everybody's money, but hey, I think it's a win.
Mm, mm.
Tony, what about you?
I didn't see the PlayStation one. I didn't even see the Xbox one. I was just talking to Jameson earlier. Like, yeah, I'm an Xbox person. I was telling him about the Ultimate Game Pass that came out 2 days ago. Is that all the games on Game Pass you could play using Xbox controller and using a tablet, and you could do it anywhere. That shit hyped me up. I mean, Halo, all the Halos, all the Batman games, and then like the Game Pass it switches games. So I mean that's good. I'm feeling that right now. So like I tried it. I got my Xbox controller. I got a Note 9, and I got a tablet, and I put the program on there, hook my phone on there, play to go. Um, I don't know what game's coming out for the Xbox when it's coming out, but yeah, I'm sitting the Xbox. I know Halo is delayed for another year. I'll wait. I'll wait for that shit. But until then, I use this nice little Game Pass and use that little cloud memory where you can play games on your cloud if it's downloaded on your Xbox. That don't be straight.
Like I'm gonna basically piggyback what everybody said. It looked good. I did see the showcases. I know Xbox didn't really show a lot of games. It was more or less how the system works and all that other stuff. But from what the games did show, I guess they did look cool. They mostly tried to show the most of the sports games, like the Madden and 2K. But PlayStation they coming out here with the exclusives though. The Final Fantasy 16, I think that's going to be exclusively for the PS5, and then the Devil May Cry 5 with the Virgil. I know a lot of people was happy about that. Miles Morales, you get to play as Miles Morales in the Spider-Man DLC, and it was a couple other things that I think caught people's eye too. So, and then like Father done said, the price was really fair. When I saw $500, I said, "Oh, not bad." But I did notice that the PS5, the storage is like 825 gigabytes, where the Xbox is running on 1,000. I'm sorry, 1 terabyte, and I that's the one problem I have for like a 599 system. You should be at least. I'm sorry, a $500 system. You should be like we should be the part. We should be to a point where we're running on a terabyte, especially the way games are now using up gigs and all that. So I feel like PlayStation needs to step up their gigabytes and all that stuff. And the one thing I also wonder for the Xbox is, are they going to finally put are they finally going to stop using batteries for their damn controller? Because I'd be damned if I go through another generation of buying controllers for my Xbox controller. I'm sick of doing that right now. And I know like they got a controller, but that's like a hundred it's like $100 controller or something like that. It's a very expensive controller if you
All
do
right,
it with that one.
so what I learned about the Xbox controller, I think I told you this already. The Xbox One controller you could use for the Xbox S. So all the controls is the same. So the Xbox One controller you could use for the next system. So I mean, yeah, it takes batteries, but you use the same controller for the Xbox One for the new series. So you don't have to get another controller. Like I can use a controller I got right now for the new series and be like that. So um, it still take them fucking batteries, and I don't really problem with that because I've got the little battery pack jump. But when I get the new system, I can use the three controllers I got right now and hook them up to the new Xbox. So I'm gravy with it. I know PlayStation got I know your controllers kind of changed a little bit. I got the big jumps like we, so I mean, good luck on that shit.
I still think they're gonna go back to the old design. They always do.
I
It's-
like the oldest. I like the old design for the for like the PS3, not PS3, but like PS4 and shit, and PS3 and shit. And the reason why is because it's just well, But well, despite the fact that people be having big hands, I just like the feel of it. Because the only real issue I had with the Xbox One controller is that sometimes when I'm trying to make really fast decisions, the controller be like sometimes it be clunky as shit. So I'll be like, I think you've had this problem too, Ray, where you were like where you were big fingers from buttons when you're trying to do
I
something
fat
real quick.
I fat finger a lot.
Yeah, yeah. That's my only issue with the fucking Xbox One controller. It's really easy to fucking fat finger, especially with that damn D pad.
Yeah, and I play Tekken, and trust me, I play Tekken on that Xbox One controller. Trust me, it's not comfortable. It's, I still don't
Amen.
think that I still don't think the Xbox One controller is made for fighting games. I've always said that. I played Killer Instinct on that thing, and I've never cursed so much playing. Well, let me stop lying, but it makes me curse a lot when I play that. So it's just one of those things where, all right, and if they're not gonna have batteries, at least let the USB slot be the new ones that the Galaxy is, because obviously every time they use the old USB A, the old Samsung one, the joints will break and it's hard to charge. At least with the USB C ones, the one the Galaxy running now, the at least is more durable than a damn USB A. So I'm hoping they, and nothing slips out either. So I'm hoping they change that too, because I know the PS5 controller they switch from A to C. So I'm hoping for that too. So, but any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Um, it's a good. I mean, it's a good time to be a console gamer right now. Both of these consoles are looking pretty good. There's nothing really bad I can say about them. It seemed like with these consoles, they're kind of going back to basics a little bit, trying to like focus on the games and make sure that they have a working fucking product. Because for 2 generations, Xbox has slipped the ball. As a matter of fact, I cannot remember a time where Xbox had a very successful launch. The 360 launch was atrocious. The Xbox One launch was even worse. The only thing that the PS3 had was the price tag. People didn't want to pay $600, but it was only $600 because it had Blu-ray at the time, and Blu-ray back in 2006 was like 1K. You were dropping 1K for a Blu-ray player. So
Yeah, also that playing online was free too at first for the PlayStation, rather than Xbox. You had to pay for it. So I think a lot of people hopped on PlayStation for that plus too.
Yeah.
I know I did shit.
Shoot, shoot. There's still a couple games right now that I play. Um, that's on the PS3. Like the original Black Ops, it's still a community in there playing multiplayer, so for free.
Oh shit.
And then like I'm a fighting game, so there's like a whole community for Third Strike. If you want to play online for free on the PS3, there's people still go there.
See, now
Play
you
with your
gonna have
list
me looking for a damn. You know
PS3.
what? Yeah.
Good thing I still kept mine. But
Motherfucker.
I
My
still got
PS3 is
mine.
nothing but a bunch of fighting games and Black Ops and like 2 RPGs. So other than that, I'm happy with it.
Oh
Okay.
damn, my
Oh,
collection was deep.
yeah, mine was too. Until like it stopped playing fucking CDs.
Mm.
On to our next topic. We want to talk about Breonna Taylor. Unfortunately, their family received a settlement for $12 million from the city of Louisville. The agreement, and this is coming from the New York Times. The agreement announced Tuesday settled a wrongful death lawsuit brought by the young woman's family. As her mother, her lawyers, and leading activists walked into the council chamber alongside the mayor, there was a momentary show of unity after months of nightly, sometimes violent demonstrations that have left Kentucky's largest city boarded up. It comes 6 months after the death of Miss Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency room technician, in a botched drug raid. But before the state's attorney general has said whether the officers involved in the shooting will be criminally charged, a key demand of protesters. Um, the agreement, which did not require the cities to acknowledge wrongdoing, was sizable, with Her family receiving more than double the amount paid for the relatives of Eric Garner, the New York man who died in a police chokehold in 2014. While a few similar cases resulted in larger payments from $13 million to a whopping $38 million. Some of them came only after years in court battles. By contrast, the Louisville agreement was reached in just months. Gentlemen, how do you feel about this settlement that the state of Kentucky is giving the family of Breonna Taylor?
Um, it's not justice because the people who shot her, they still floating about. So at what point do they actually answer for what the fuck they did?
I think that's what the settlement is for them to drop everything. Go ahead though. Keep on, keep on.
It's just there's so many moving parts to this to where it's like the settlement. Maybe it's just the way I'm thinking about it, but it's like it's not. It wasn't worth it. That money wasn't worth it. It's just let's just talk about the sheer incompetence of the police department in that situation. Did you know that the person, first of all, not only did they go to the wrong apartment as opposed to where they were originally supposed to be, the person they were looking for, which I guess was a ex of Breonna Taylor, he was already in jail for something. So they doing a police raid looking for someone who's already locked up. Think about that. On top of the fact of accidentally killing someone, and well, in self defense, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend or whatever at the time knocked off what was it, two of those cops himself. But
You
that's
said
neither
knocked
here
off?
nor shot him.
Oh, okay.
But in any case, I wouldn't have been I wouldn't have been the one to make that decision to just take that money.
So here's the thing, right? So according to the sources I read, it was not only just a settlement, but there was also like a reform to it too. So like they was talking about, and I read it too. They was talking about how they was gonna, reform the way that cops do, like raiding or whatever when it comes to people's houses and shit. There was also talking about how there was gonna have like more departments for more police accountability and shit like that. It was like a lot of shit that you would expect from someone who's covering the tracks to do. But we'll do better, that kind of thing. And also the $12 million settlement is only one part of it. The other part is actually getting the cops to be charged, in which there's still an ongoing like criminal investigation of the cops and the incident still to this day.
Okay.
So the 12 million. And by the way, it's funny because apparently, and I just learned of this, apparently that might come from the taxpayers. The fact that they reached a $12 million settlement, the taxpayers of Louisville might have to front that. So they'll get the money, but the taxpayers are gonna have to pay that back and shit. And they was talking about how this is the biggest like payout for a black person who's been wrongfully killed and shit like that. But at the same time, they could use that kind of rhetoric. They can use that kind of rhetoric to kind of like scrape by the fact that, oh, that means racism is over type shit.
Huh.
So I guess right now it's kind of like a wait and see type of thing, but I do agree that $12 million, like while it is a lot of money, a life was still lost, and it just seemed like they wasn't really trying to hold these cops accountable and really, really get in on their ass. Because I'm telling you, if it was a whole bunch of black cops and they had would have killed a white woman, all of them niggas would be locked up immediately. They wouldn't even have been an investigation. They would have been locked up for free. So, rest in peace to Breonna Taylor, and the fight ain't over.
Tony, what about you? How you feel?
It's not justice. I think they trying to shut it up. Y'all know it's I think it's on YouTube. I think it's Vice City did a story on it, and they found out that the mayor was his office was linked up to uh, a building company, and they was paying police officers to harass certain residents in certain houses in that area so they could move out so they could buy the property. So I'm thinking that like all that stuff is just tied up. When I find that link, I could send it to you, Jameson, and you could send it to everybody else. But it was real. It got a real deep story of why they didn't want to arrest a police officer because it's a lot of hands in it. But it's no justice for real, man. That $12 million ain't nothing.
I have a question.
Hmm?
So the Vice news story that you watch on the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
The building managers, did
Yeah,
they the people that were living there, were the people that live in there majority black and Hispanic and shit? Or
yeah,
was it like, oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was they was trying to buy the property in there. It was some company trying to buy the property around the area. And what it was is that they had this idea that they was going to keep knocking on people's doors and harassing them, so they could move or sell their property, so they could buy the property from them, or get complaints. Like they say, they would drive past the neighborhood and put citations on stupid stuff, like as far as like littering and building codes and housing codes, and just keep getting the fees until they move out. Um, that was the history of it, and they said that that house or that area is that because that house in that area, they was trying to buy that whole block up and the block behind it. I'll find it. I know it's in my YouTube history, but I'll find that jump. But that's how they was trying to do, and they failed. They found out that the mayor, somebody in the mayor's office, had his hands in it to try to sell the property.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I seen that video probably like a month ago or something. And Vice did a jump talking to the mayor and how like the town was like every time they did a news conference, they would jump in the camera and scream justice for Brianna, and like how like the records was changed when she got shot. How the police record uh got changed and everything that then fit what happened in the building. Like they said, like when the police shot, I mean, was shooting in the apartment, bullets went to the other residents behind it and went through their wall when they were shooting. Crazy. But I'll when I find a link, I'll send it to y'all. I'll make sure y'all get that, John.
One thing, and I'm even though and Father did say it, like it's not just a $12 million lawsuit. It is something that going to like the reform thing. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I did have to wonder who is going to pay this money because I know some way if the people's going to pay it, I know a lot of people are not going to like it, especially like conservatives that's been calling Breonna Taylor a criminal for some reason, even though she has no fucking criminal background and was an EMT. And like there are people still trying to like and try to throw dirt on her name. And it's been people, and the sad part is it's been people of color on the conservative side that's been trying to do that. It's just like calling her a criminal and shit. And it's just one of those things where we're not even asking for like a lot of money. It's just that's what you're trying to solve it with. A lot of people just and we're just straight up saying, just arrest the cops that murdered Breonna Taylor. That's all they're asking for. It's just this. I never seen so many people try to do so much for being in the wrong, and it's like everybody said, this ain't justice. We just try to get what's done right. That's all we're asking is justice. It's like I'm hoping they do well with the $12 million lawsuit. I think they should get that too. In my opinion, it's like I wouldn't. I'm not mad if they if they do get the money. That's neither here or there. But it's just I also think that they should still arrest the cops and all that. But I'm hoping like they're still doing that. I don't know if this counts with her boyfriend at the time. Does it count with his lawsuit? Because does it count with his lawsuit, or because I know it was the family they were still in the court. Anyone else?
Nah,
I
I don't.
believe it's still separate.
Okay, because if it's still separate, because they still like the cops still got to answer for it, and I'm hoping like they do get brought up to justice. So
You
that's
realize that any other shootings happen, they will do something with the police officers, but this time they ain't do nothing at all. And then it's crazy how that shit could be connected. That nothing at all, really nothing. Everybody been screaming this stuff for a long time and nothing at all, but just give you money. It's a setup, man. It's a stupid way to how to handle shit, and it's like you think about it, like they got the plan for the reform, but who's going to write it? Who's going to enforce it? Really make you think.
right. Gentlemen, any last words before we move on to our next topic?
I'm just glad the ex boyfriend didn't take that plea deal that they were trying to give him. Because they was trying to get him to admit that Breonna Taylor had a hand in whatever drug business that he was doing. That's where that conservative shit came from when they was trying to call Breonna Taylor a criminal. But then the ex boyfriend was like, "Nah, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that." And I just thought that was real like cool of him because that narrative of how black men don't protect black women and shit. I just thought that was a cool way to kind of shut that kind of narrative down, and it shows that another narrative that when black men are about that life, we'll protect ours. So shout out to that brother.
Yeah, big ups to that brother because that shit is ridiculous. And he didn't. I heard he didn't even find out that she died. Like he found out after they tried to hit him with the settlement and all that. So big ups to that brother because it shows you how like corrupt the system can be and how the system needs to be changed. So, uh, speaking of corrupt shit, let's talk about alimony. Dr. Dre's wife, and this is coming from DMZ. Dr. Dre's wife is seeking a steady flow of serious cash from the music mogul as they head towards the divorce. But our sources say she's not going to get it without a fight. Nicole Young just filed legal docs asking for temporary spousal support from Dr. Dre, and the amounts are staggering even for the uber wealthy. She wants $2 million in temporary spousal support, and she wants an additional $5 million in lawyer fees, even though she filed for divorce 2 months ago. Um, gentlemen, do you think that she's going to get this settlement? And how do y'all feel about someone asking you for being a billionaire? Someone asking you for $2 million a month. It's spousal support.
Um, she's going to get some type of alimony out of that, but it ain't gonna be no 2 million in a month. That's ridiculous. And I don't care how much money Dr. Dre has, even whether he can afford it or not. That's absurd. In what way did she contribute to his fortune?
I don't know, but she shot for the moon. Uh,
Didn't Dre hit her?
here's No, he hit D Barnes and maybe
Oh,
Miss Chalet. I don't know if he did hit her, but that's what he said. But if you want to break it down, laundry and cleaning is $10,000 a month.
Kiss my
Clothing,
ass.
She don't do that.
clothing, clothing is 135,000 a month.
Kiss my ass.
Education, education,
Performing
tuition, and
meals.
living expensive, 60 grand a month.
Kiss the blackest part of my ass.
Hold on, Dion. Here's the kicker. Entertainment, $900,000 a month.
Netflix. Netflix done
Kiss.
soft.
Okay.
Hey yo, when I saw that, I said, "What? You
what
want?
the fuck is she doing?
You trying to get Beyonce to perform at your house? The fuck? A month. Charitable
Kiss the.
contributions,
Oh, just
125 grand a month. Mortgage, 100 grand a month, and telephone, cell phone, and email, 20 grand a month.
she's on her motherfucking mind.
What she needs to do is invest in some shit that don't cost that much money. God damn. Really?
Bruh, there you go. I guess you know what they say, shoot for the moon. If not, you'll be amongst the stars. I don't know.
Hey man. Oh, see, like, and you know, I understand because you know there has been a very long time where women kind of like had the short end of the stick when it comes to marriage, and like there was studies about that shit. Like they dedicated a lot of fucking resources to point out just how much like women do not benefit from getting married in the long run with a lot of these marriages out here. So I
But wasn't she a side piece at first?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, because she was with Dr. Dre was with Michelle A, and she cheated on with her and married her. So
If that's the case, then
y'all didn't see the Michelle A story
no, I didn't.
No, because I
I
can't
on
saw
stand
that.
the
I
voice.
VH1.
saw that.
How she
I
I
talked
saw
know
that.
about like how Dr. Dre was beating her ass and shit, and then married this little light skinned side piece and dumped her when she was with him at the beginning. Bruh.
no, I can't stand Miss Chalet's voice. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it's a condition. I know it's a condition.
Did
I
I
can't
walk
stand
in?
to hear her talk.
Did I
I
walk
just
into a conversation about Michelet?
Yeah.
Cue the reach
Cue
guy.
the reach God,
Pure
everybody.
Rich guy is in the building.
Q, we was talking about Dr. Dre getting divorced from his wife and she wanted $2 million a month for spousal support.
Bitch, he wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Rest in peace to Kobe, you know what I'm saying? That was for Kobe. It was originally for Kobe. I think, I always think about that line because that line was kind of messed up now that we see his marriage and all that stuff. But still, no, I'm not giving nothing to $2 million a month. What am I
You
doing
know
for
what?
that?
You know what
She
it
She
didn't get
better.
a
reminds me of?
She
tour.
better take 100 grand and keep it rolling.
She didn't even do
Yo,
a background on none of the songs. She didn't do an ad lib,
Right.
nothing.
Nah, you know what, Dion? Dion, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real. If I was in Dr. Dre's shoes, I would give her $2 million to walk away with, but not $2 million a month.
Dog, she probably would blow away $2 million in a month. That's the
That's her.
scary part.
That's your problem, not my issue.
Man,
You know
man,
what it
listen.
reminds me of, though? It reminds me of the episode of Martin when he found out how much he was insured, and Tommy's like, $2 million? I
I
kill
was
you
just
for two
watching that.
million dollars. And Cole was like, for $2 million,
$2
I
million
kill
dollars, I
myself.
kill
He said, I
myself.
kill myself. I
Stupid
was just
ass.
watching that episode too.
Oh
Jesus,
shit.
But nah,
bro, this shit. Go ahead, go ahead.
I just say nah. I can't understand why a woman like I feel like if you are a faithful woman, if you're a good woman, and the marriage just doesn't work out, you know what I'm saying? Like for you shouldn't ask for it that much because if anything, you know that your ex-husband, your ex whatever, he's going to take care of you because you've left a certain part of his heart that makes him want to make sure that you're okay. But when you ask for all that just says that you was in it for the money. For me, like you was just looking at my dollar bills the whole time, just waiting for the day for me to fuck up.
Or it could be on another end that she probably dealt with a lot of bullshit from Dr. Dre. That you probably tallying up the price on that shit.
$2 million a month though.
Yeah, you
$2
know that
million a
nigga
month.
was. You know that dude. You know that nigga was a woman beater.
Yeah, we know that, but $2
You
million a
know, he was a
month.
woman beater, cheating on girls. He probably was bringing girls in the house while she was in the living room.
Hey, that's her fault.
Huh?
Yeah.
I feel like if anything was going on for a long period of time and you were allowing it, like you have some type of fault in that situation.
Oh, I get it.
You know what I'm
Basically,
saying?
if
Like,
you,
all right,
yeah.
like for instance, this whole Cardi B situation. I could commend Cardi B for her being putting her big girl drawers on and saying, "Look, I can't deal with this no more."
That was the next topic too. Just
But,
go ahead, keep going, keep going,
but
keep on.
but in reality, like you know what I'm saying. At the same time, they're both successful. He's a good father. You know what I'm saying? She just as far as relationships, they just didn't work out. So with that being, like I commend situations like that, like where she like as soon as she feel like I can't deal with this no more, I got to get up out of here because it's gonna make me feel worse as a person if I stay in this. Now, if you stay in a marriage for a long period of time, knowing that nothing is going to get better, and then you just all of a sudden, okay, now I'm ready to go. Like that seemed fishy to me. Like it just seemed like you was just riding the wave until you knew that I was going to have something, and then you decided to, okay, now that he's breaking the bank, let me go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get mine, what I deserve out of it because I've been in the situation. But in reality, you know what I'm saying, like any man in a situation like that who understands that he was wrong, he it was him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give you something. But for you to ask for $2 million a month, a month, a month, 2 million a month. It's artists today who don't make $2 million a month.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
There's people that would never see $2 million ever
in their life. You know what I'm
in
saying?
their
Right.
Like
life.
and it's just like it's more so like, okay, are you playing? It's too many questions I gotta ask. Like, are you playing victim? I would never say any woman who's been abused physically, mentally, emotionally. Before I get into this, I would never assume that you were taking advantage or you were lying or you were bullshitting or anything like that. But in certain situations, you have to ask these questions. Like, okay, are you really just waiting for me to get a bag so you can run away with it? You know what I'm saying? Or are you really in a situation where you feel like, you know, you deserve what you're asking for? And if you whatever you're asking for, is it like, is it manageable? Like, I give you $2 million, you blow $2 million every month. What am I supposed to do? If I don't blow $2 million a month, and I'm a billionaire, and I don't blow $2 million a month, like paying for just livelihood, paying your bills, paying car notes, paying for certain stuff that you've already, you know what I'm saying, set your life up with. You know what I'm saying? It might add up to a million, 2 million, depending on who you are. But for you to say I need $2 million for entertainment, for housing, for food, for all of these things, you know what I'm saying? Like it puts a giant question mark over top of it for me. For me, personally. So with that being said, it's just like I want to know why she's asking for a divorce. Like, and I like how the Shade Room posted everything that like they broke down the her financial statement, I guess, on what she would have to use $2 million for a month.
I just broke it. I just broke it down in them before you came in. But go ahead.
Yeah, like I know I seen the list, and the funniest part was the entertainment thing. Like what?
$900,000 for entertainment. Woo.
How many
$500,000 for
Netflix accounts
entertainment.
is that?
900. 900.
$900,000. Who the fuck are you entertaining? Is this a My Sweet
Beyonce.
16 every day?
Yo, Beyonce doing live shows in her in her fucking room. With that much money, you better bring back Biggie and Pac from the dead. So you
Hey, you better have the Migos and all of their motherfucking and all of their masters. You want $900,000 for entertainment? What are you entertaining yourself with? What are
Shit.
you paying for strippers?
Nigga, you better off donating to Umar's school with that type of money.
Man, let me tell you.
Excuse me.
Let me tell you something. With $900,000, if I had $900,000, I'm gonna take that nine and I'm gonna take half of it and I'm gonna invest in something that's gonna double my money. Like people don't think like that.
But
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, me being a person who hasn't had it all, who wants to have it all, but wants to continue to have it. Like in a divorce situation, okay, for instance, one person that I want to use as an example, Nick Cannon. We know Mariah Carey was really the breadwinner in that situation in the beginning. Nick Cannon was somebody that was trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? Not off of her, but as far as his career, he was trying to come up. He got what he got from her, he flipped it, and he made his own money to where it doesn't look like you don't even realize Nick Cannon got a settlement from her. It just looked like he made his own money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's called preparing yourself for situations other than being taken care of. I don't give a fuck if my ex-spouse is a billionaire. If Beyonce was my ex-spouse, look, baby, give me $1 million and go about your day. I'm gonna invest some of this stuff in some Uber shit. Probably invested in something that's booming right now. You know what I'm saying? As far as this quarantine, and I'm gonna flip my money, and you probably won't never have to see me again. Like it's some things don't make sense. That's why it's certain things I pay attention to. Like as far as like Cardi B, this situation with Cardi B, I really commend this situation because she really had to like.
She tried.
Yeah, she really tried. She really tried. Like you could really see Cardi B really trying to be a faithful ass wife. As ratchet and as over the top she might be, as vulgar as she might seem, you know what I'm saying? But in all reality, she did everything she could to be the best wife in the world, and she did everything she could to be the best mother in the world. That's one thing. That's two things you can't take from her. So when she asked for a divorce and joint custody and you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, like it shows like she was brought up in a situation where she knows how it feels to not have it, but she also knows how it feels to watch a man not have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a respect thing. I can't do nothing but respect her. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
How many kids he got?
Four.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Dr. Dre or Offset?
Offset.
4.
Damn.
I mean, that's not bad. That's life.
I'm about to say Future got like 12.
Future's the GOAT. We're not talking about him.
So you think that
God.
you think Cardi B gonna turn to the new Sierra?
Nah, I don't think she's gonna turn.
Get her a
She gonna
nice
have
guy.
herself a Russell Wilson.
So who the fuck is gonna be Cardi B's Russell Wilson, my nigga? Like, let's sit back and let's examine this.
Will Smith.
Who the fuck? Who?
Will,
Lamar Jackson?
Shut up right now. Whoever
Lil
said Will
Tecca.
Smith, shut up right now.
Lil Tecca. Lil
Polo G.
Jack Harlow. Somebody. I don't know.
Shit, it might be the baby. You never know. The baby hitting everybody.
I thought the baby was gonna go out the
Right.
bag.
I thought
That's just me.
Who, Raven?
Yeah, I
No,
thought we were gonna get Raven because she was blushing on that jump.
Shout
when
out
she
to
was
Raven.
doing
Raven
when they were
been
doing that
blushing
video
for years.
jump.
Raven been
That
blushing
was-
since Orlando Brown did the bap, bap, bap.
the fuck. Oh boy, what's wrong with that nigga?
Oh
Man,
man.
waste of talent, man. A waste of talent. That's what we is. And
Yeah,
that hurts my feelings like a lot. That hurts my feelings bad.
yeah. Like,
So go ahead. Go ahead, Father.
I, no, I was just like the only thing that like really, and this is about the Dre situation. The only thing that I kind of really don't like, or that seems fishy to me about that whole entire thing, is that like you saw this man, Dr. Dre, he had the beat shit and then he sold it for $1 billion and he became a billionaire. You was
Exactly.
there for all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like this divorce, no one is saying that you can't get divorced or whatever, but the 2 million a month, I felt like she was kind of just waiting for the right time to divorce his ass to
That's what
me.
I said. That's what I'm saying.
That's what it seemed like.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Was you
But
looking
but
for it?
another thing you gotta ask, what's her lifestyle?
Exactly.
Because you gotta think
Nine
about it like
hundred thousand dollars for entertainment. I guess that's what the fuck.
hey, she probably want the actual large size of Travis Scott performing like from Fortnite. All that goddamn money.
Man,
But
Travis
her
Scott
What
ain't
lifestyle,
Travis Scott burger?
her lifestyle could be real big. And you don't even know a lot of her lifestyle be real big.
she need to take 900,000 to herself and go ahead and be on Real Housewives of LA or some shit. And she'll be fine.
Nigga, she could do that show for free. She could do that show with $900,000 for entertainment. She can do that shit for free. She's
Entertainment.
gonna pay Mona Scott Young with that money.
Right. She said entertainment. $900,000 for entertainment.
She must think COVID junk will be around forever.
Who I want to know what the fuck can I entertain myself with $900,000?
Everything.
Travis Scott, Travis Scott with the actual Travis Scott burger
Yeah.
in
And the
Astro
action figure
World.
that come with it.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'd open my fucking esports league in Africa or some shit with that money.
You talking, man?
That'd
Look,
be dope. That'd be fucking dope.
I go to DraftKings and put $1 down and get $100 back for every game. Like,
I'll buy my own city and name it Wakanda. That shit.
The
By
fuck?
the way, shout out to the 19 families that bought a land in Georgia. I was gonna bring that up later, but shout out to them.
hey,
But
900,000. I cannot believe this woman wants $900,000 for entertainment.
I have to see the face Dre made when he saw that shit. I have to see his face.
I don't think he made a face. I think his lawyer did it for him.
I'm
They
sure
probably had a
they
group.
did
They
the
probably
Clay
had a
Davis.
group. They probably had a group text with a bunch of laughing faces in that bitch.
Or you
I'm
think he
sure
was?
someone did the
Or
Clay Davis.
you think he was like, hold up, wait.
Oh.
Hey, that was perfect.
Hey.
That
That's
was
amazing.
perfect. That was perfect. But nah, no bullshit, no bullshit. I feel like the more you ask for out of that situation, it's gonna make it harder. Like, cause for instance, look at what Future baby mother was asking for, and look what the fuck she got.
A
What she
baby.
get?
A baby.
She ain't get shit. That nigga, he spend that shit on clothes every month.
The Book of Future, Chapter 4,
They
verse
need
12.
he needs to write a book, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a bestseller if he write a book on how he get done. I swear to God, I'm gonna be the first one to buy it. Because I don't get it. I don't know how he does this.
She belongs to Street the novel.
Yeah, he could take the
And
baddest bitch
it's
in the
gonna start with
world.
that future verse. What's that future verse, Father?
Which one? Which one? He has a lot.
The belong to the streets part.
Yeah. Hold on. I got you.
Oh God.
This is about
Hold
to be
on.
funny. Father is
Hold on.
reciting Future. We need to record this one. Like, I need to record this personally.
Let me get it. Let me get it.
Let me get it together now.
Heart for the Bears, give it back.
All right, we pulled it up. The Gospel according to Future,
Let's
chapter
go.
1,
Mm-hmm.
verse 1.
Wow.
From the streets did she emerge, and to the streets she will return. And I
Woo!
say unto you, she is for the streets. So be not weary for when she must return from whence she came. Mm, mm.
Wise words is never been said.
The
Mm,
wise words of Future Hendrix, man.
mm.
Um,
That boy should be a deacon. He,
uh, uh, but keep it on the divorce. Obviously, he brought it up. Also, someone's having a divorce that's in big in the news. Is Cardi and Offset,
Cardi.
and a lot of people. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people like state their facts and have their lies. They some people are, I don't want to say dragging them, but they are making fun of the whole line. She says, "I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring." And all of a sudden, it's like you can't keep a husband. And then there's other people that defended her. There's like, gentlemen, how do you feel about this whole situation? Father, I want to
So,
start with you.
so, I, I'm a piggyback off what Q said earlier because I actually do commend Cardi B for leaving. Because let's be honest, Offset has made this girl look like a fool more times than she's been on Love and Hip Hop. That man has dragged her name through the mud and had her looking stupid, with his cheating, coming out to her shows while she's performing, trying to, name dropping her on interviews when he was in the doghouse and shit. There was a clip that was on Twitter where he was playing Call of Duty or whatever in his little stream shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cardi B was calling him off screen, and he hit his phone. He was because he thought that she was coming over to his room, so he was trying to hide his phone. And I was like, "Whoa, bruh, what you hiding your phone for? You have a whole baby with this woman." And like, bruh, the last time you got caught cheating, not only did you get fucking roasted by Black Twitter, nigga, you was begging in public.
Yes, he
So
was.
so the fact that you sitting there, you still doing this shit after you made this big spectacle of apologizing and shit, like, bruh, not see. And the thing is, like, Offset didn't just fuck his own shit up. He just made us faithful black men look bad. So now I'm
Yes.
gonna have these chicks looking at me like I'm Offset when I'm trying to, court, or when I'm trying to, shoot my shots. I don't be looking like Offset out here. You know what I'm saying? He's
Hey,
like,
so the anybody seen a video of the chick that he cheating on with when she was
That
apologizing?
that's from 2018. I seen that shit.
Are
I thought
you
she
talking about?
ain't that the same
You talking
chick?
about Summer Bunny?
Yeah, I thought that's the same chick again.
It's the same chick.
And she pregnant, right?
I think she's pregnant with someone else's baby because she don't love it hip hop now. Or one of them.
Because
Wow.
I was
I
saying
gotta
that.
look. I have to look that up, but
Yeah, because
I'm sure.
when I seen on Facebook, it was probably a false story, but it's like that she got pregnant. That's why she getting divorced from Offset. He got another girl pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I
he's
heard
trying to
too.
contest that shit too. He's trying to
Cardi put
contest.
Cardi put the divorce on set. Cardi
Yeah,
put the divorce.
but yeah, like, fuck, I don't blame Cardi B at all. It's just like Offset. Like, first of all, I guess the only thing that I can kind of fault Cardi B on is kind of being a little game goofy. Because if a nigga is gonna do that to you in public, that nigga is gonna there's a time limit before he slip up again. You feel me? So, yeah, it's cool that you forgave him and you was trying to build the trust back and shit. Like, they even bought a house together. But at the same time, like, you would have had to, like, really, really, really has had your shit together in order to really take him back like that. But the divorce is gonna. I hope she sticks with the divorce because she could just cancel that shit.
That
Separate
was
them.
going. That was going to be my next question. Do y'all think that she's going to go through with it?
I mean,
Yeah.
only time will tell at this point, but I feel like she's gonna go through with it. I feel like she's adequately learned her lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's a nigga from the north. You know what I'm saying? Like he from Georgia, but he from the north. So, as soon as he got that clout and as soon as he got all that success he been having, it's gonna be hard to put that shit down. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real hard to put that shit down. So I just feel like Cardi B married somebody who was not ready for no goddamn marriage. Let's be honest. You look
Cardi
at
B,
Offset, you think that nigga
Cardi
has
B
material?
picked. She picked the wrong Migo.
She picked the wrong Migo. Shit, I would say me personally, I would have thought fucking Quavo would have been the one cheating, but that nigga's been on his good behavior.
Quavo got Saweetie. I wouldn't cheat on Saweetie if it was the last thing on fucking earth.
I wouldn't cheat on Cardi though.
I wouldn't cheat on her either.
I mean, I ain't saying I would cheat on Cardi, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Either one of them would be
Yo,
stupid to cheat.
Cardi would probably be talking that Spanish shit when she riding you and all that shit. Just have you convulsing and shit. I know I just made that word up, but
I don't know.
Come on.
It's just
It,
something
it,
about it's just something about
Hashtag
it comes to a
Instanut.
Saweetie that
point.
gets me.
It's
It's
come
something
to a
about
point when
Saweetie
you
that
with a
gets me.
Hashtag
girl.
Instanut. Just
It
I
comes
don't
to a
know.
point when you with a girl, you get past them likes and what she is, because she could be
Right.
aggravating as fuck. She could just be a chick to get on your nerves. When you go past the look and past the sex and everything, and the sex appeal, and you with her every day, and she on your fucking nerves, it ain't a container what you could take for real.
That's a fact. Because I done lost a
mhm.
lot of interest in bitches after I had sex.
Yeah, once you pass that good look, like, oh yeah, she got ass, she got titties, and then after that, just like, bitch, you dumb.
And you want to know something crazy? Even past the looks, once you have sex, sometimes that is like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. Because
I've
it was,
been there.
I was dealing with. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I was dealing with this girl for for a nice little period of time. I think it had to be like almost a year. And for that year, I was from the outside, looking at her from the outside. I was like, damn, yo, she looks so good to me. But then when me and her stopped, when me and her broke up, and I started to like resurface everything that I went through, it came to my conclusion that I was like, young, she had some terrible ass pussy. Like it was like the sex was terrible. Like I can't even lie.
She
Like
got that tap.
no,
She got that tap.
She
Tap
got
one,
that dap. She got dap,
dry. Oh,
dap.
I had that before.
yeah,
Two
that's
two gloves rubbing together and
Wow.
tricking. Like it was terrible. Like I could have started a fire. Like it was terrible.
that remind me of a song. Well, a verse from a song.
Like come on, like seriously. And it was like after a certain period of time, you start to realize, like, damn, I wasted a lot of fucking time with you.
Yeah, pretty girls don't say the pussy is good, man. That's an understatement for real.
Yeah, all pretty girls ain't got good pussy.
No,
I can tell you that one. I
it's
can
some
tell
no,
you that.
ugly.
they don't want to fuck either.
It's some ugly girls that have it though.
Oh man,
All the pretty,
Nigga, what?
hey,
most of the
one
pretty
thing
girls,
I've
they
learned.
the ooch ouch. They the ooch
One
ouch
thing I've
type of girl.
learned. One
You're
thing
gonna
I've
be a
learned.
Klansman. You're gonna be a Klansman today when I put this sheet over your face.
What? You are disrespectful. You are disrespectful. You can't be
Wow.
disrespectful. I can't. We both can't be disrespectful at the same time. It's not gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. I'm gonna be nice tonight. I'm gonna be nice tonight. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be real respectful tonight. Okay.
Where's the fun in that?
All right. You know what? I'm back to me. Let me tell you something.
Dang, man.
You didn't. Hey Ray, you knew that wasn't gonna last long.
It's
I'm right
not.
back. Okay. 70% of the ugly women in this world got some good ass pussy. I swear to God.
Preach on.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm telling you. Even the girl that's not that cute, but is cute in certain parts. Like it be certain days she look good, and then certain days she be looking It be certain hairstyles that make her look good, and certain hairstyles be making her look You know what I'm saying?
You mean like
Those.
that light skinned girl from 30W?
Oh my God.
Oh damn.
That's
Oh my
my
god.
go-to. You kind of pretty, but you kind of ugly at the same time. So light
You talking about the one with the gap in the teeth?
Are you talking about Adrian?
No,
Adrian
Keely
Malone?
Williams. Adrian.
Oh, you talking
No,
about the one that talks.
Is it, you talking about the one with the gap in the teeth?
Are you talking about
no,
promises?
Keely Williams. I think that the broken promises. That was Keely Williams.
Promises.
Hey, no cap. She was the ugly one in the group. That's sad to say.
She
And she
was.
was the leader. She was the lead of the group, and she was the ugly one.
No. It was Adrian, but Keely is just.
I
Yeah.
never. Hey, to be honest, I never like. I always felt like Notori before then, like when she had the short haircut and she looked like a teenage girl. Like I always thought she was fine as shit.
Look at her now. Shit.
Yeah.
I get her pregnant.
I done seen all types of her bodies. I wasn't supposed to see that.
Thank you, Power.
What are you talking about?
Thank you, Power. Notori None. Thank you, Power.
Oh,
Thank
for
you.
real?
Thank
What
you,
about
Ghost.
that? What about that receiver hairline?
Thank you, Ghost.
No.